Howdy, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries, and today I'm going to be drawing Magnificus' students while also rambling on about why I hate the magic deck, because I love these three, but I hate their teacher, and he is the dumbest system in the game. Like Magnificus' system isn't hard, it's just stupid, is what it is. So, without any further ado, allow me to begin. So, let's just have a look at how the other three decks work. With the technology deck, patience is a virtue. You get more energy over time. And some cards you have to wait longer than others. Alright, that makes sense. For Leshy's cards, you have to kill cards that are already on the board in order to play other cards, and the harder the hitter, then the more blood you need. Alright, that also makes sense. And for Grimora, you need to let things die in order to play some cards. Okay, yeah, it makes sense, right? And then the thing that's likable with these three decks is that to play different cards, you need a different amount of a resource, not a specific kind of a resource. And there's only one kind of the resource you're going to need anyway, and also it doesn't create an obvious weak spot right there on the board. You want to know what Magnificus' deck does? Literally the opposite of all of that. Instead of needing an amount, you need a specific kind of resource. It would be one thing if you had to make the incredibly dumb play of putting the one thing that allows you to play other cards on the board right where it could get hit by other cards. That would be one thing. But it's another thing that there are three kinds of it. And each card requires a different kind of the Mox cards. Magnificus, why? Why would you ever? Why? And not to mention, also, again, it creates an obvious weak spot on the board. You kill the Mox card, that's it. They can't play any more cards of that color, and also the cards on the board can't attack anymore, and some of them might die. Bada bing, bada boom, problem solved, right? Oh my god, this deck is stupid. Seriously, I watched Markiplier play Inscription, and he picked Magnificus' deck, and oh my god, why? I get it, he didn't know, and I didn't know back then either, but now looking back, if you're going to be playing Inscription, when you get to Act 2, do not pick the magic deck. It is so stupid. It is the dumbest system. Sorry, got cut off there for a moment. Anyway, back to the magic deck. It has such an obvious weak spot right there on the board. And also, what makes the other decks work is that to play different cards, you need different amounts, not different kinds of a resource. So if you have a bunch of green cards in your hand, and you only have an orange card in your hand, by the way, that is not a ruby, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you only have the ruby Mox and you need the emerald Mox, you're completely screwed. Also, speaking of which, okay, with the gems, allow me to go from having the least issue with it to having the most issue with it. First off, the sapphire Moxes. Sapphire is actually usually a deep blue, and I don't think sapphires usually come in this seafoam teal, but it's still a pretty color, and it's at least close enough, and I might be wrong about it never being a seafoam blue. I don't know. Gems come in a lot of different colors and shades. That I'm willing to accept. Next, on to the emerald Mox. Emeralds are usually a deep green, last time I checked. This doesn't look like an emerald. This looks more like a peridot to me. And yes, I've watched Steven Universe, and yes, I'm aware of that kind of stuff. But look at Peridot's gem, and then look at the Emerald Mox, and you cannot look at these two gems and tell me they don't look like they're one and the same. Look, they're even both triangles. And then there's the Ruby Mox. Inscription, we know you have access to the color red from the Beast cards and also from a couple of other places where the color red is utilized. Why are the ruby moxes orange? Why are they orange? Rubies are red. They have always been red. They will always be red. Why is it orange? This is not a ruby. This is a jasper, if anything else. So, I don't know. The magic system's done. Bye. Thanks for watching.